Hey everybody, want to wheeze them here. Saturday, October 19th, 2013. Pretty long day, but a good day. Reason for that, this is essentially, I hate doing it, but you can probably tell by what the camera's staring at. This is basically part 3 of the early Wave 2 release at Toys R Us. Why is it part 3? Because it's finally complete. As best I know, this is everything in Wave 2, or essentially what we're calling Wave 2. Got a text this afternoon, and people at Toys R Us knew I was looking for Fire Kracken. That was the one that had evaded me. Again, I was fully prepared for this to turn into a hothead issue. Had that problem in Giants. He was kind of like that early release Wave 2 guy that I just could never track down. Kept missing him. It was one of those deals on Amazon. I tried to order him in, and by the time I signed in and entered my payment information and everything, it was telling me they didn't have any to ship, and went through that cycle. It was a long story, but Fire Kracken, awesome. Don't have to deal with that anymore. Again, I tell people all the time, whether you're at, in this case, Toys R Us, obviously, since they got them early, Walmart, Target, GameStop, in particularly Toys R Us and GameStop. Target and Walmart, kind of bigger retailers, they've got a lot going on past their electronics department, but specialty stores like GameStop and Toys R Us, if you're in there, if you're calling, if they know you, they know you're really into the game, or in some cases just really, really looking for a specific character, they tend to take care of you. One thing, some of them, genuinely care and want to help you out. If nothing else, you might be annoying them to the point that they just want to get you out of their daily, life. Either way, though, it bodes well for you and them, gets them the business, and, eventually something comes up again you're really looking for. Your kid has a certain character, their birthday's in April, the character dropped in March, you're having trouble tracking them down. There's people there that'll help you out, kind of hold one, call you when they get a shipment type thing. So bottom line, it never hurts to ask. Sometimes, you always hear about the bad employees, that just don't know anything, don't care, blow you off. There are good ones, they are harder to find, but when you find them, definitely take advantage of it. Good way to build a relationship with people, and like I said, helps out on both ends of the equation. But that is Fire Kracken. He is a Fire Element Swap Force character. Looks really, really cool. His Swap Force ability, of course, is going to be Bounce. Slogan, Burn to be Wild. Nice play there. We will set him down, and I'll try to run through the complete Wave 2 here for you. Our other Swap Force characters, of course, Gorilla Drilla. Again, when I got him, there were 3 on the peg. Why do I know that now when I didn't last night and did the night before? I just looked at the picture I took. I wanted to clarify that one for you. The Hall as well. Night Shift. He kind of eluded me on that initial run there. Now he's part of the collection. And then, of course, Boom Jet. Very cool looking kid. I'm excited about him. Fire Kracken, I think, was killing it in that poll I had going. So Boom Jet performed pretty well too. But that is it. That's 4 more swappers. We're up to, 8 of them now, if you don't count variants and everything. So we'll kind of see how that continues on. But that's your 4 swappers. Boom Jet from the Air Element. Night Shift from the Undead Element. Gorilla Drilla from Life Element. Back in the day, had discussions about Gorilla Drilla's name, if it was Gorilla Drilla, or if it was Gorilla Drilla, or if it was Gorilla Drilla. With Rob from Coin Op, we finally, granted we've known for a little while now, but at the time it was kind of a hot button issue. Just trying to figure it out, get what we knew patted down. So that one's fully resolved now. And then, of course, my last transaction, based, of course, on what I've seen here locally, I'd say he's probably going to be the toughest to find from this wave. That would be Fire Kracken, namely because I haven't seen him outside of what someone held when they got a shipment in today. Story my store had was that they had their 2 trucks that were to be Tuesday, Thursday. They actually got delayed to Wednesday, Friday. So either way, worked out pretty good. The not Wave 2, but our Swap Force Newlanders, if you will, that is what we're going to cover next. I believe I've got them all here. I want to make sure. These are three really cool characters. We'll start it out with Scorp. He was what I dubbed my most anticipated Swap Force Newlander. Next up is, I'm pretty sure I said he was my second most anticipated, which is Riptide. Very cool, both of those guys came out early for me. And then, of course, Starstrike. Cool thing there, you don't have to mess with the Walmart Magic triple pack unless, you're not buying all the characters, then that might be a better deal for you. She was available at launch in light core form. Did not anticipate seeing her single pack standard form here, so pretty cool. My nephew saw her when we were in Toys R Us tonight, thought she looked awesome, so we'll see how that pans out. Our Lone Series 2, this Wave 2 installment, Heavy Duty Sprocket. There she blows, of course. Then we had essentially 4 Wave 3 characters. We've got Anchors Away Gilgrunt. Again, he looks like another pretty solid repose. Twin Blade Chop Chop, very menacing. Perfect timing again for Halloween. Props on that. And Big Bang Trigger Happy. That was one that I was not sure that I would really care for. Based on what we've seen online, I have to say in person, it's very impressive. It's also pretty heavy. I know that's something you can't pick up on in the video, but I mean, there's significant weight increase here between Big Bang Trigger Happy and Slice and Dice Chop Chop. I'm sorry, Twin Blade Chop Chop. Slogan, of course, being Slice and Dice, where I was going with that, I guess. Other big surprise you saw last night, I unboxed the Fiery Forge Battle Pack. We've got a Knockout Terrapin single pack. Again, I got this one just because I had an odd number last night and wanted to try and take advantage of the 40%. He is my favorite character, and if nothing else, I figured I'd have it. Or this may be something I've had it in mind for a long time. I've tried to find another Series 2 Terrapin. I can never find it. I really like that pose. I think better than this one. But I've had a kind of alternative paint scheme in my mind for quite some time. I wanted to try. I may do it here, see what happens. But that is that. That is essentially Wave 2 finally complete. As time allows, I'll start unboxing these. I've still got stuff from launch day to unbox. All this stuff's time consuming. If I didn't have to render and edit the videos before uploading, it would go a little quicker. But again, my internet, it is much quicker than it was over the weekend. I think Wednesday is when it kind of picked up its pace a little bit. It's still not quite where it should be. The short videos, like this one I did last night, I mean, it took like 50 minutes to upload. So not quite where they should be. But again, Series 3, we've got Knockout Terrapin. Single pack, unexpected this stage in the game. Big Bang Trigger Happy, Anchors Away Gilgrunt. Neither one of those a big surprise coming this early. Twin Blade Chop Chop, again, perfect timing, I believe, for Halloween. We do know Toys R Us got this wave early. I would suspect, given Chop Chop's presence, I would have to think that they're going to hit at the other retailers before Halloween. So if you've missed out at Toys R Us here, keep trying Toys R Us. Also, keep in mind, I have seen them listed on GameStop, so other retailers should start having them. It's also been reported Sam's Club has them. Our Lone Series 2 Heavy Duty Sprocket, again, still a huge legion of Sprocket fans, so I think they were all probably stoked. I'm not sure how I feel about it till I get it out in terms of the repos. It's definitely unique, and if you're a Sprocket fan, I think you'll probably be pretty stoked with it. The Newlanders, I cannot complain here. We have Starstrike, Riptide, and Scorp. Again, Riptide and Scorp being 2 I was extremely interested in. One more time, Boomjet, Drilla, Night Shift, and Fire Kracken. Those are our 4 swappers in this little Wave 2 installment, if you will. So that's it. I would have loved to have done this the first time for you. Did not quite work out that well. Granted now, we got Night Shift, and we added... I guess Knockout Terrapin single pack, and then tonight, third time's a charm, Fire Kracken. So if you're in the stores, again, it may vary, your stock, the quantities, what people are into. It may be a deal where you live. I mean, Big Bang Trigger Happy could be like the bee's knees, and it's just impossible to find, and Fire Kracken might sit on the shelves. Based on what I've seen, though, and the stock I've seen, I've never seen Fire Kracken. If he wasn't held for me, that means that he's moving insanely fast. I've seen the other 3 on the shelves albeit in limited quantities. So if you do see Fire Kracken, my advice, pick him up now, particularly with the sale. Save time later. Again, for me personally and locally, that kind of correlates to what I see with the light core smolder dashes. So that said, though, this will be a relatively short video for me. I will try to unbox. I don't know what I'm gonna do actually. Might go ahead and do the light core Grim Creeper, legendary light core Grim Creeper. I'm wanting to try and get the store exclusives done, so probably do that. And then I plan to start in actually with the single packs on the Newlanders. I'm excited about that. Really, in some cases, I feel like I'm more excited about the Newlanders than the actual, new Swap Force people. So, granted, gameplay may change that, but we'll see what happens. Again, my nephew, I had him up here, and he was having a blast. I mean, literally, we hadn't played the game together. Hopefully, we can do that this weekend, like I said, but he was having a ton of fun just swapping the characters around, seeing how cool or how stupid some of the combinations looked, having them have conversations, etc. So, again, and I've heard other parents, telling me the same thing, that their kids, for some reason, they didn't get them the game yet. They know it's coming from Santa or for Halloween or a birthday, but they let them pick up a character or something, and they've just been reporting the same thing. The kids just run around and play with the characters, swap them around. So I do the same thing. I'm just in my late 20s, so it's research when I do it. That's what we will call that. But like I said, this is it. I'll get a picture on the blog. I'll just link this video back to that same one I did last night and from 2 nights ago now. I will take a complete picture. It'll finally be comprehensive. I'm kind of glad I didn't get time to go ahead and unbox those swappers, mainly because now I can take the picture and have that perfect for you. So if you haven't been checking the blog out, definitely do that. I'm trying to add a little bit more information to the post this year. Kind of just like a quick rundown on the character, highlights and things you might look for. And more importantly, I am trying to detail each post with pictures. I've had a lot of people ask me, hey, I need to see a picture of the Dark Edition Starter Pack poster. I have that. It's on the blog. It's been there a couple of nights. So again, top of the video description box, what I always have first is a blog link. If you need to know the prices, the locations, what stock was like, all that stuff, I'm just compiling on the blog. I used to paste it to the video description. I'm trying to stay away from that, just to kind of encourage people to check the blog, and 2, to keep the video description a little shorter. By me eliminating those details there, my intent was to help people, but I felt like then you have to scroll down through price, store, quantities, what's included, and then I felt like some people weren't actually getting to see the literal description of the video. So trying to keep really short video descriptions. It's amazing I can do that. And then basically, like I said, just anything and everything you'd want to know past what the video states, go to the blog. I'll have pictures, the characters, front and back, stat cards, group photos. If there's, like Hoot Loop and Enchanted Hoot Loop, I've got those 2 side by side for you. It was overcast today and really cold. The front came through. I think tomorrow may be sunny. I will try to get out there maybe with my nephew or something, see if we can't finally see what Enchanted Hoot Loop does in the sun. So stay tuned for that. If I get it done, I'll get it up on the blog, try to maybe do an update video for you. But again, complete Wave 2, check the blog for the pictures. You can kind of use that as a checklist. That's actually what I've been doing with Philip's post when he landed everything from Twitter. So sometimes just having that on your phone kind of helps out. If you can actually show an employee Fire Kracken, instead of saying, yeah, I need Fire Kracken, if you can actually have a picture of them, it might be the difference between you going home empty-handed or an employee saying, hey, you know what? I was back there cutting open some new boxes, and I think I saw that guy. So, kind of use what you can to your advantage, but I will quit rambling. Try to keep this video a little shorter for you. But again, complete Wave 2, the pictures will be up. Check it out on the blog, oneofwisdom.com. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. Chase McCain is hidden here. I think you're going to have a hard time finding him. He blends in pretty well in this one. I actually had him originally by Popthorn, and Popthorn, if you note, is not in this frame. He is... can't even see him, really. you see the Tower of Time, you can see like Popthorn's eye. Just as a hint, Chase McCain is somewhere in this frame here, and then we come back to center. He is also in this frame here, so that narrows it down a little for you. Again, look for his coif of hair. That's really the best way to find him. But I'll leave it at that. Again, he is there. If you get really bored when I talk, just always look for Chase McCain or something. But, like I said, I'll leave it at that. We're probably going to have to redo the pool table coming up, get a little more real estate here going on somehow. It's another story, another day. Again, Wave 2 is complete. Toys R Us should be hitting other stores soon. If you haven't gotten a check during the week, check back. My store today got another shipment. Your store could do the same thing. Maybe you can pick up what you missed, or if you hadn't gotten to go, maybe you can actually land everything. Some of them, your favorites. Never know. But again, if you have questions, feel free to ask here on the blog. That'll get you a little bit quicker of a response. But I'll leave it at that. Again, thanks for watching, and we will catch you next time.